What the fuck is up? We are back. Oh my god, who shot me? Oh, a tank. That I cannot get to. Oh, there we go.
You are, okay, we got a minute and a half, a little under a minute and a half. You have not hit bronze yet. So you might want to get moving! For anyone who didn't watch last episode, we got the silver. He is desperate to get the gold here.
I am in it to win it, motherfucker.
You better be in it to win it, motherfucker.
I ain't no sheep fucking scoundrel that's gonna take this shit on his back, just lying down like a motherfucking
You ever hear
clown.
of Jeffrey Ross, comedian?
Yes.
Yeah. Every time he ever did the Comedy Central roast, he said something really offensive and got like a reaction of like, "Oh, you shouldn't have said that." He always responded, "I'm in it to win it, motherfuckers." like it's a competition at the roast, which it kind of is.
I forget what comedian it was, but like they said something that offended people. Oh, what the fuck? You're wasting my time, motherfucker. They said something that offended people, and oh, come on, seriously. All right, well at least now I'm on a highway.
A lot of cars though.
And it like offended people, and his reaction was just, "Oh, fuck you! Shut up! You know it's true."
Yeah. I love when comedians just like okay, Christopher Titus did one, and he said, I can't remember, he made some kind of joke about, I don't even remember what it was, but it was mildly offensive, and the crowd, it was right in the beginning of his act, the crowd's like, ho, and he goes, and he just stops his entire act and looks and goes, "You guys better lighten the fuck up, because we're going a lot further than that tonight." Yeah, that's the weirdest thing too with comedians. It's like any other form of entertainment.
Fuck!
You failed. Any other form of entertainment, like I don't know, like a movies or TV show or whatever. If you watched it and it wasn't what you wanted, you probably won't. You know, most sensible people wouldn't complain to the person that made it, because it's like, well, you knew what it was. You know, you watched the trailer or whatever of the movie. You don't just go to the movie theater to watch a random movie. You know, you have an idea as to what you're gonna go see. Mm-hmm. Except with comedians, people just go, "Oh, it's a comedian," and they go, and then he's like really vulgar, and they're like, "Oh God, this is horrible," and they complain, or they'll bitch at the manager of the place. It's like, what the fuck? Google him. Like, these comedians aren't like nobodies. Like, you can figure out what they are, look it up, and
they typically have like a shtick.
Yeah, like you can look into it before you go and find out like it's not all Jay Leno talk show bullshit. Like.
Yeah.
Some people are fucking vulgar, and some, you know, it's like, know what you're getting into. Don't blame the comedian because it's not your type of comedy.
Yeah.
I'll never understand, and not even just comedy, anything, but I'll never understand that concept. You shouldn't make this because I don't like it. Well, guess what? We made money, so people liked it. So, okay, you don't like it. That's fine. Don't watch it. Why would you complain and tell people they shouldn't do it anymore?
There's this one comedian, and you might know who I'm talking about if I reference a couple of his jokes, but like, he obviously goes for like the super like, just like he wants to disgust people with his jokes, and like one of them was just like, so my sister, she's about 28 years old, and she just got this big tattoo across her chest and the top of her tits, and I was like, oh God, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you get a tattoo like that? Do you know how horrible that's gonna look older when it's all saggy and stretched out over my lampshade?
Nice.
What the fuck am I doing?
That's the best too. That's the type of comedy I like, when the joke hits is not at all what it was expected to be.
Oh yeah.
Or like they're not even hinting at they're leading into that, just completely off the wall.
Oh yeah, I fucking love that, and like so many of his jokes were, God,
I don't recognize that joke, but do you know the comedian's name by any chance?
I do not. But if you Googled
that joke,
if you Googled like,
that's a decent climbing the tower, right?
Stretched over my lampshade, you might get his name. If you want to like try that.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, gonna
also get a lot of rumors about Nazis, which I like to point out is supposedly a big myth. Have you ever heard that thing about Nazis making lampshades out of people?
Huh.
Which is supposedly bullshit, but also, I don't know, because my source on it being bullshit is also my source on it being real, which is somebody told me that once. So I have no fucking clue. But I think that, we've demonized, rightfully so, but we've demonized Nazism so much that we just attach every negative thing. Like, oh yeah, Nazis did that. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, have you ever been on Hitler's Wikipedia? Don't ask me why I was on Hitler's Wikipedia. There's some big thing about sexuality, and like, there have been many theories about Hitler's sexuality, and literally every sexuality you can imagine has been theorized. I'm like, I'm willing to bet most of these have got absolutely no basis in fact or any evidence. It's just somebody thought it would be interesting to say he was gay, or bisexual, or asexual, or anything else, and then they just ran with it. Like, something tells me all of these do not have evidence supporting them.
Hitler was actually Hitler.
It's like he had, I don't know,
Oh,
he
shit.
was married and shit, so like I'm willing to bet he wasn't gay, but you know.
He was the first one to identify as a Hitler, a self-hating, racist, homophobic, transgender Q-tip. He was actually the most Hitler modern person ever because he identified as.
How progressive.
He's so progressive. He identified as 4 genders.
He wasn't cisgendered scum. Sure enough, put in tattoo stretched over lampshade. First thing, human lampshade, a Holocaust mystery. First thing is Nazis.
Hitler. Try typing in comedian after
I'm
that.
going to. What the fuck? It's like people really did make fucking, you know, lampshades and shit out of human skin, and guess what? It wasn't Nazis, it was just serial killers.
Man, they get that idea off of Pinterest or something? Because that's crafty.
Putting in comedian did absolutely nothing. I literally am getting the exact same things.
I can't remember. Zane might know. Yeah.
Something tells me Zane would know.
That's something tells me Zane would know.
Zane would absolutely know about the guy making jokes about, you know, skin lampshades.
Oh, I almost jumped off because I didn't actually get this because I didn't hit Y. I just love how, like, comically, like, no explanation sci-fi it is. Just like, how do you claim that you've climbed the tower? Better shoot an energy sphere with no description as to why or what that is.
That's the symbol.
Go to the location, then wait for the target to appear. Destroy the old version of yourself to stop his mechanical or maniacal plans. Good thing I'm so high up! And good thing it's actually just right there. Well, better get myself ready. Better shoot an ice blast just in case. And I missed.
So, I wanted to bring this up. The other day I'm at work,
Hitler!
and I have it was 2 days ago, and I've got one of my coworkers talking to me, and they're just talking about something that they did.
Shit. Oh, this is really creative, because, I think it's, you're trying to find yourself from the other Saints Row games.
What? I am confused.
Oh shit, that's him.
What?
This
What?
one is him.
I'm confused. What is happening?
It's like your character from the other Saints Row games.
I thought you were your character from the other Saints Row games. I thought it was always the same person.
Yeah, but it's like, it's supposed to be a decoy.
Oh, you fuck.
What the fuck?
Old player.
No!
He should not have fucked with you.
I love when they scream as they're like flying away, so it's just like, Hitler! No! Meet Keith on the
Well,
ship.
you got my vote. Come on by the ship when you're ready to reminisce some more.
Presidential jokes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah!
I like his flying. It's just, I'll just spray out my limbs. Oh, man. That poor woman. Good lord. He just backs into a house. Are we ever gonna get a game that actually has 100% destructible environments? Because driving a car into a house should have damaged the house, you'd think.
Maybe.
I imagine it's hard. I don't know anything about programming, but I imagine it's hard for, like, the system and stuff to keep track of the damage that every little thing can take. Especially the game like this where you can whip cars through the air and shit, but...
Yeah. Have you ever played the Red Faction games?
No, I don't even think I've heard of them.
They were the games that, like, really first introduced destructible environments, which was, like, revolutionary for, like, a PS2 game. It was, like, they were all, like, first-person shooter kind of sci-fi-y games. Which actually, I just remembered, the games were made by the same company that made Saints Row 4, and, or it's the Saints Row series in general. And so a Red Faction is like takes place like in the distant future,
David was a wild time, wasn't it?
I can
Camp
only imagine
David.
what we would have gotten up to if we didn't have to worry about the
So
fire.
like in the PS2 game, like you could shoot walls and blow chunks of the walls off, and that was like revolutionary for the time. By the way, we just got the dubstep gun.
Bitchin'.
Then some other Red Faction games have come out like here and there. I didn't really follow them, but this is my thinking beat.
Makes sense.
Shit, do I have that? Hitler! Is there music in here?
Yeah. That's why it's your love nest. It's not playing right now for some reason. That's why you have a whip.
So Red Faction Gorilla? I think it's Gorilla or something. I can't remember. Anyways, it was on the Xbox 360 and PS3, I believe. And that was like the first game with essentially almost entirely destructible environments. Like you could come up to a house and destroy it board by board. And like, I don't even remember playing the storyline because all I would do in the game was just, you'd run around with a sledgehammer. Like you had like some super sledgehammer and you would just destroy buildings like piece by piece. And it was cool because like it actually took a while to destroy buildings.
Okay, that should give me a better
And,
game plan to keeping an eye on things inside fake Steelport.
I know, like, I
Here's
think the
that upgrade
biggest
I
structure in the game was this giant bridge, like this huge bridge that went across like this huge canyon. Purchase upgrades, maybe, okay, whatever. Oh, okay. Hitler! God, there's so much shit going on. There's this bridge that took like 2 hours to destroy because of so much, and it was super fun. I'm gonna have to actually show you that game. Maybe we'll like do a short, quick, one-off Let's Play of that at some point. Also, the other thing I was gonna say is, I don't know where all the Red Faction games take place, but I know that Gorilla one takes place on Mars. Like colonies, like there's some like huge mining civilization on Mars, and it's like there's like some evil corporation there that you have to take down or something. Interesting thing. The company is never admitted to it, but there's fan theories that this game, the Saints Row games, even like before this ridiculous one came out, that is in the same universe as the Red Faction games. And like in Red Faction Guerrilla, like I said, it's like, I don't know, it could be a couple hundred or a couple thousand years. I'd need to look it up again. In this is the same universe as the Saints Row games. Because in Saints Row 3, this like corporation tries taking over the city, like some kind of like government-esque corporation. And it is the same corporation like hundreds of years in the future in the Red Faction games. And like, it's almost one of those things where it's like kind of spooky because it's like, ooh, that's actually kind of cool. And
is Earth destroyed in the Red Faction games?
A what?
Is Earth destroyed in the Red Faction games?
I don't know, because there's a very good possibility that they didn't know that they were gonna blow up the Earth in this game, like until they were like making the game.
It's also very possible, as far as the type of game that we're playing, that there's some sort of way to reverse the Earth destruction. Wouldn't expect that in most games. This one, I could totally see that happening. So,
I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest. Maybe.
We're out of time.
Oh, we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, bitches.
Perfect timing too.
Hitler was actually Hitler.